Have you been thinking about adding a vacuum chamber to your pantry? Today we're checking out the WEVAC CV10 vacuum chamber. Hey everyone, welcome to Homestead Corner. I'm Ginny, and today we are going to be checking out the WEVAC CV10 vacuum chamber. This thing is super cool. It really ups your game from a standard vacuum sealer. This does so many things. I am in love with it. So when you first grab your vacuum chamber out of the box, there are just a couple things you need to do to get started, and they are super simple and easy. Definitely self-explanatory. There is a little button over here to open the lid, and you just have to press that button and it pops right open, which is great. I really love that this dips down. It's like a little bowl in here and again on the top, so you can get some bigger items in there, which is really great. I love that. It also comes with your little power cord, and you just plug that right in and plug it into the wall. The heat strip is also, it isn't installed when you get it, but it's super easy. All you're going to do is just take it and drop it right into place. That's it. There's nothing hard here. And to remove it, if you need to take it out to clean it, just press on one side and it pops right out. So it's really easy. It does come with some extra heat tape that can go here so when this wears out. So that's another wonderful feature. And it also comes with an accessory hose so you can vacuum seal other things besides just bags. So the CV10 is pretty small, which is great. It doesn't have a huge footprint. You could leave it on the counter all the time, but it's easy to tuck away if you need to, if you don't have that extra counter space, or it would be great right in the pantry. You can just work it right in there. That's also a wonderful thing because it does have such a small footprint. They do have a little bit larger one, the CV12. So if you are normally doing bigger items, vacuum sealing bigger items, you might want to consider bumping up to the next size up. But I think this is perfect. With our family of 6, this is working out so nicely. So to use this, it's really so simple and easy. We are really enjoying it, and there's so many things that you can do with this. This vacuum sealer, just to seal up your meats and things like that to toss in the freezer, is really easy. Right inside, there is a little button with a slit in it, and you just put that bottom of the bag right in there. Once you get that situated, close it down. You're just going to press that smart vacuum feature right on the front, which is great. And then the start button, you just wait until the end. You hear 3 beeps, and then you can pop her open and pull out your package. It is ready for the freezer, which is wonderful. Another really great feature, because this has the bowl inside and it's got quite a bit of space in there, you can put your mason jars right inside. And I love that. Your smaller wide mouth 8 ounces and any of those, you can fit a couple of those in there. You can fit a couple of pints in there as well. And I even put a quart in here, and it fit in a wide mouth quart, and it vacuum sealed it perfectly, which I really love. So that is a great feature also. So you can get those right in there, and you're just going to use the Smart Vac again. The Smart Vac is a wonderful button because it just works so many different ways, and it senses when to stop sucking the air out. So you hit that Smart Vac, and you also hit the start button, and it just, you can lay your jars down. So if you've got a big quart, I just lay it down on its side, and it vacuum seals it. You only want to put your ring on finger tight. You don't want to get it too tight because then it won't be able to pull that out. So finger tight, just like you're going to can it, and stick it right in there. And if you've got larger jars, like a half-gallon jar, something like that, or if you wanted to put water or some kind of broth or soup or something in a jar, I wouldn't necessarily lay that down. A big quart will lay down inside, but you don't want to lay it down if it's really liquidy, because that is not sealed when you first put it in. It will leak out. So it also comes with that jar attachment, which is wonderful, and you can just plug that right in to the inside port, which is super easy. It just sticks right on there. Use a jar lid cover vacuum seal cover for jars and hold that down just for a second. Once it starts vacuuming, it has enough suction that it's going to hold itself in place and vacuum seal that jar. So you don't even have to worry about if it's too liquidy. You can use the attachment, but if you're putting something sort of dry in there that's not runny, you can lay that jar right down inside. And if you just want to seal a bag, let's say you're using a roll or something like that, and you want to seal off your end, you can just press that little button right in the front. Again, press that down so it stays down, and then lay your bag across. Make sure it's over the heat strip so it's going to seal it. You want to push it back far enough for that, and then close your lid and press the seal and then the start button. That's it. Really simple and easy. It seals the bags up really nicely, and it only takes a few seconds to do that. I was marinating some chicken the other day, and it was more chicken than the chamber could handle, but that's okay. It still works. You can leave the bag hanging out the front, which is wonderful, and still use your smart vac for that. When you use that smart vac button, it senses the liquid in there, so it's not going to suck it up through, which is really great, and it's just going to suck as much as it can out, and then that really helps marinate your meat. When you vacuum seal it in a bag, it just sucks everything into that meat, which I really like, and that works great. You can do it hanging out the front. You could vacuum seal a broom if you wanted to. It doesn't matter how long it is. You use those rolls, seal one end, put your stuff in, you're ready to go. And because it senses that liquid, you can put a really thin soup in here, which is great. We had a little leftover soup, poured it in one of the small bags, popped it in, and it worked perfectly. You're just gonna line up that bag on that little tab, and it works so nice. It sucks everything out except the liquid, which is wonderful. So liquids and powders work great in here. And another really great feature that I love, this will seal your Mylar bags. It will vacuum seal them. A lot of your Mylar bags, your other vacuum sealers are not going to pull the air out because both sides are smooth. With this, it doesn't matter because you've got that little clip and it keeps it separated just a teeny bit in there, and it allows it to suck all that air out, and then it seals your Mylar bags. And I just love that. So overall, I think this is a really great machine. It's still loud like a vacuum sealer. It still has that loudness like any vacuum sealer that you use, but that's okay because it works in so many different ways. And I would definitely say my two favorite things about it is that you can fit a quart-sized jar in there. And I just love that. It just pops right in and it lays right down in there, and you can close it and vacuum seal it. And I think that is wonderful. You don't have to mess with cords. You don't have to mess with anything. And not only can you do jars in there, I think it's great that you can use your Mylar in there as well. So if you're vacuum sealing for long-term storage, this is a wonderful feature because most vacuum sealers are not going to seal these because they are so smooth, and the minute it starts to suck the air out, it usually collapses and it will not work. So, but this works perfectly, and I love that. WEVAC also has these dispenser boxes of vacuum seal bags, and I think these are great. It comes with 2 different sizes in here, so you can easily just grab the bag that you want. These are wonderful, and they work perfectly with the machine. They are BPA free, microwave safe, dishwasher safe, and freezer safe, which is all really important. This CV10 vacuum chamber from WEVAC is something that you're interested in. There are links in the description down below. This is really a great product. I am super happy with it. I think it works wonderfully, and I love that it's so versatile and you can do so many different things with it. And that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.